Episode 5 of Season 2 of Severance, entitled Trojan's Horse. Alright, now we start out at Lumen with a faceless doctor whistling the song Wreck Among the Edmund Fitzgerald. He arrives to ask Felicia and her coworker if they have them. They hand over some doctor's instruments. He thanks them, walks away, and continues whistling the same song. He heads down a hallway that resembles the hallway that Irv saw in his dream, and it made me wonder, is this Irv's dream? Next, we see Mark taking some vitamins as he gets a call from Devin. She asked about the crazy ass weekend, aka the last episode, Ortbo. He says he thinks it was good other than his innie falling off a rope. He doesn't know what actually happened though, and Devin clearly hates anything Severance related. She asked him if he's had any luck with burning a message into his retina for his innie. He says he had no luck and omits the fact that he met up with Ragabi. We still don't know what actually happened that night. While Mark is talking to Devin, it looks like he's drinking something weird looking. He hangs up with Devin and Ragabi shows up to his place. He wants to know when he'll go back into Lumen as his outie, saying that he hasn't remembered anything that took place. She says she doesn't know. Next, we see Helena at Lumen walking in with a stiff ass ponytail. Stiff. Oh man, it seems like she wants to be the one to tell her father that Irv damn near drowned her ass and that she fucked Mark because she's a selfish trick. Natalie and Drummond tell her that I'm guessing Mark, is at 81% as of Friday. They tell Helena she can do this, which would entail her going back to the basement with Mark and them. But Helena said she can't go back down there. Natalie tells her that it'll be her innie, and Helena says that her innie and Irv tried to kill her. And I really just want to say that Irv did not fuck around. Do not play with Irv. Helena is told that her father encourages her to clean up Milkshake's mess. Helena is needed at this point as Mark will not work without Helly. So Helena goes back in as Helly, where the first thing she sees as she steps off the elevator is Miss Wong's weird ass. I'm thinking this may actually be Helly this time, but I'm not certain. And Helly has not yet met Miss Wong's weird ass, so ask her, like I would have, who the fuck are you? Miss Wong takes real Helly to see Mr. Milkshake's fine ass. Oh, he's so fine. Helly wants to know what's happening. Mark and Dylan still think that it's Helena, and Dylan, for some reason, thinks that Irv is supposed to be at work, but girl, Irv was fired. Helly is not pleased with this Glasgow block that allowed Helena to replace her. Wait until she finds out that she also fucked Mark. Oof, messy. Milkshake says that Helena was just doing research. He then informs everyone that Irv was fired. Milkshake then tells them the story of Grakshuben. It's from ancient times when the king of Sweden would disappear from amongst his people so he could learn their true grievances. He'd wear a gray robe, which was called Grakshuben, as a disguise. He said that Kier did the same thing, and so did Helena. Mark and Dylan didn't believe a word of that shit. Irv's outie went on a cruise, but Dylan and Mark don't give a fuck and just want to know when he is coming back. But Milkshake says that he is not returning. He takes them all back to the MDR, where there are now just 3 desks. Bitch, they even removed Irv from the photos at the desk. Weirdos. Dylan was still talking his shit, but Milkshake checked his ass and hinted at removing his privilege of seeing his outie's wife again at work. Baby, that shut Dylan up real quick. Dylan did, however, ask for a funeral for Irv. Milkshake says he'll put something together, but Mark wanted to make it quick, which I thought was kind of shitty. He then starts coughing and leaves his desk, and I'm like, is that from the semen he drank earlier? He goes to the bathroom and is followed by real Helly. I think that's real Helly, because bitch, I still don't know if she's real Helly or if she's Helena. She asks Mark about Helena. Mark is very confused and clearly doesn't want to engage with another possible imposter. We see Milkshake and Miss Wong prepping for Irv's funeral. Miss Wong's weird ass tells Milkshake that they shouldn't allow this funeral because it'll only make the Ennies feel like people. And I'm like, bitch, you are too evil to be 12. He curves her ass, but she definitely got him thinking. She mentions that his performance review is today, and I'm like, this seed of Chucky. So now he just might not have a funeral for Irv in hopes of having a better performance review? Vile, Miss Wong. Go to hell. They do, however, end up honoring Irv. Dylan had a eulogy where he mentions being regretful for not listening to Irv and how even then Irv was still graceful. Bitch, Miss Wong then rolls in an Irv head-shaped watermelon with Malaysian watermelon as hair. Bitch, please. Who carved this sculpture that fast? Please. Miss Wong was about to perform, but Milkshake shut that shit down quickly. The two of them leave, and then Mark, who is being weird, wants to leave also. Dylan then gets messy and tells Helly that Miss Casey is Mark's wife. Helly is shocked, and it's giving Helena hoe. It is giving Helena all day. Helly wants to know why he won't talk to her, but Mark really does not fuck with her, and I don't blame him. He says he doesn't want to do anything about Miss Casey because Lumen is smarter than them. He says that Helena told them everything, and Helly swears she's not Helena, and I'm like, you a lie. Later, it's time for Milkshake's fine ass to get his review with Natalie. He mentions the paintings and how he's thankful for them, but wanted to know how Natalie felt about them ugly ass paintings. All Natalie's robotic ass had to say was Mr. Drummond's waiting. She is so damn weird. She didn't answer anything he said. This actress is great. Give her a raise. Dylan, who is eating Irv's watermelon head alone, finds Irv's drawing of the hallway from his dream. Irv had written how to get to this hallway. Milkshake's review is underway as he's praised for his attendance and urinalysis, which, bitch, what? I come to work every day and you tell me that my piss is clean and that's a positive? Oh man, Milkshake received some anonymous complaints for some disagreements he had. Bitch, somebody said he used too many big words. What? They said he improperly installed a paperclip. Goodbye. Why are y'all playing with this black man? During Black History Month, they mentioned the whole Ortbo debacle and how that put Helena in danger. Drummond implied to go back to treating the Ennies like shit, that Milkshake needs to go back to that. And I'm like, you need to let up off this man during Black History Month. Please and thank you. Mark is working and seems to be glitching like AI. As he's leaving work, Milkshake stops the elevator and tells him that he left work 6 minutes early. Milkshake is being so petty. He is tightening the leash as he said he would to Drummond. Mark then pops off talking his shit, asking about the newspaper Milkshake showed him and referred to it as Bullshit Gazette. He played right in Milkshake's face, but baby Milkshake got even closer to Mark, which I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hot. I'm just saying, it was kind of hot. He asked if Mark and Helly caught up. He then asked if Mark told Helly that he fucked her outie at Orpo. And I'm like, damn, bitch. Mark was shook after that. He didn't have anything to say. Next, we see Devin reading Rickon's revised version of his novel for the Outies. She says it's the opposite of what he wrote originally. She thinks it resembles Lumen too much. Rickon basically says, bitch, this is funding our life, and Devin goes to bed. Next, we see Irv's outie. Irv. He goes back to that damn payphone trying to reach Bert. He leaves a voicemail saying he was fired as he then notices Bert watching him from his car. Bert said that Irv pulled up to his door screaming his name and he wanted to know why. Their outies don't know each other. Bert was fired too for having an entanglement with Irv. Bert's outie is actually married. He invites Irv to dinner with he and his husband. Baby, Bert was flirting with Irv so so hard. And Irv was trying not to act impressed, but he was. Mark is back home where Ragabi is going through his things to help him remember Gemma. Mark is then coughing again. Ragabi says they'll wait one more day before another round of her experiment. Mark asks if they're hurting Miss Casey at Lumen. She doesn't know. As he's walking away, he hears Miss Casey's voice say, "You're outie." Mark thought it was Ragabi, but she didn't say anything. Miss Casey's voice then says that his outie can parallel park in under 20 seconds. He's hearing more of her voice as he's glitching between home and Lumen. While in Lumen, he then sees Miss Casey, and it brings tears to his eyes as he ends up back home. That is episode 5, guys. Let me know what you think. I do not think that is Helly, the real Helly back at Lumen. I think it's still Helena. Milkshake is definitely going to crack down on these hoes because a black man got to keep his job. A nigga got to keep his job. But he does not want them ugly ass paintings. Guys, and where is Miss Casey? Where is she? All right? Talk to me in the comments, guys, and I'll be back next week.